guys, and welcome back. I'm Clara, and today I wanted to talk to you about the 2016 Holiday Meteorites from Guerlain. This is a really highly anticipated launch from the collection, and every year the meteorites sell out so fast. They're still in stock right now, and I know that the Sephora VIB sale is coming up. It starts on the 4th for VIB Rouge and I believe the 7th for VIB. So they're not sold out yet. You may still have a chance to pick them up at 20% off. Today I have the 2016 meteorites to share with you, as well as the last two limited edition releases, which are the 2015 winter meteorites and the spring 2016 Carousel meteorites. For those of you who don't know that much about meteorites, they are actually a finishing powder. Some people think that they're a highlighting powder and they're a little bit disappointed when they see that the effect that they have is very subtle, but they are actually marketed as a finishing powder, and so that's why they have a very subtle effect, a subtle sheen or a glow to the skin. The permanent meteorites from Guerlain actually are more color correcting. They don't have as much shimmer or as much of a noticeable effect on the skin, so if you really want something that's very shimmery, maybe a little bit of glitter, then you would be better off getting the holiday meteorites. And I am going to answer the question for you: if you have the last two meteorites, do you need to pick up this one? I can tell you that they are significantly different when they're swatched, and I do have swatches to share with you. This year's meteorites have a champagne base with kind of gold flecks of very fine shimmer or glitter in them. So if you don't like anything too glittery or shiny, you may want to pass on these. I do still use them as just kind of a subtle highlight on my cheeks, but I wouldn't really recommend using this year's as a finishing powder because you will notice the glitter. For comparison, I have the 2015 holiday collection, which is a very cute little snow globe. I do kind of wish that they had done a more festive design this year as well, because I really like the little stars that come in this one, as well as the nice puff that comes with it. You can see it's very high quality, it's easy to take out of the tin, which is very important, and it is quite thick. This year the meteorites came with a really simple black sponge, which honestly felt a little bit cheap to me, and it was kind of hard to get out of the container. When I tried to take it out, it sort of sprang back and the powder just went everywhere, especially because this year you will notice that the balls are a lot softer, and so they do kick up a lot more powder. And I also have, for comparison, this year's spring meteorites, which are very pink. These ones I also don't use as a finishing powder, I use them as more of a baby pink blush. The sponge that they come with isn't as fancy, but it is kind of wrapped, so it's easier to pick it up out of the tin, which I really like. So I did keep both of the sponges or the puffs from the past two collections, but this year's I did take out of its tin because it just wasn't worth keeping in there. The main difference between the Holiday 2015 meteorites and the Holiday 2016 meteorites is that while both of them I tend to use as a highlighter, the 2015 ones definitely have more of a white base with silver shimmer in them, and the 2016 ones have more of a gold champagne base with little bits of gold glitter in them. They seem to be equally shimmery to me, but I think some people are noticing the shimmer more in this year's because it is a gold color, so it will stand out more on you if you have a lighter skin tone. I think that somebody who has more of a medium to a deep skin tone can use this year's meteorites as a finishing powder if they don't mind having a bit of shimmer on their face. And let's take you in closer so you can get a good look at the meteorites in the tin. This year has a lot of small gold meteorites inside of it, and those ones are very soft. They produce the most powder, but it does also have some larger meteorites in pink and blue, which are supposed to be color correcting meteorites to help cancel out any dullness in your skin. The 2015 holiday collection is mostly larger meteorites. They are champagne and gold with also some smaller white stars in them, which are just an adorable design, and I wish that they had kept some stars in this year's meteorites because these ones sold out so fast that I actually had to get them on eBay for a ridiculous price, but no regrets. That is the meteorites life. If you have never tried any of the meteorites before and you want something that has more of a dramatic effect, I would suggest going for the holiday ones over the permanent collection because those ones do tend to have more of a dramatic effect. Out of the last 3 limited edition ones that I've picked up, they actually have such a noticeable effect that I don't use any of them for finishing powders. I use the 2 winter ones as highlighters, one a champagne highlighter and then this year's as a golden highlighter, and then I use the Spring 2016 one as a blush. A very classic component of the meteorites is the fact that they smell like violets, so that's really nice. I enjoy that even though I have sensitive skin. Guerlain's products haven't made me break out or have any negative reaction to them. Guerlain's products tend to be pretty heavily fragranced, so that is just something to watch out for if you do tend to have a bad reaction to products with fragrance. But overall, all of their powders, I can say, have a very fine texture and they're just really quality powders, so if you pick one up, you won't be disappointed. I do think this year's Meteorites collection can be enjoyed by people of all skin tones. Overall, I highly recommend picking up this year's Meteorites. I was really looking forward to Guerlain's Holiday 2016 collection because I really wanted to pick up the Meteorites. But when I was reading about the collection, I actually heard that they were releasing like a winter bronzer, and I just decided to pick that up and give it a try, see if I liked it. It was kind of an afterthought, but actually I ended up liking the bronzer even more than the meteorites, so much so that I had to order a backup of the product. So if you are interested in seeing that review, I will link it here for you. Just note that for the bronzer, if you are darker than maybe an NC25, you may have a hard time with it showing up on you, but overall Guerlain always makes really quality products, especially their powders and their bronzers. I hope that you found this review helpful. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more Holiday 2016 and a giant VIB Rouge haul that's going to be coming up very soon, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for joining me today. Bye!